now. So this is the Monday group. We're a DM in Tal'dorei Mondays for Hotel Group. So my name's Becca. I'm the DM, and I will get everyone to introduce themselves this week because we didn't last week. So we will go from top to bottom in the Discord queue, in the Discord chat. So take it away.
My name's Jake, and I'll be playing Albar, the Goliath monk.
Hey, I'm Dom. I'm playing as Valfrida, the Asimar Paladin.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Jerry, the human rogue.
I'm Ross. I'm playing Flynn the Asimar Warlock.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm playing as a cleric, light domain, Billbog.
And we did have a volunteer to do recap. I can't remember who it was because my brain is not with it. But whoever it was, take away the recap.
It was me. So, after all gathering in a pub for our own various reasons, and waking up next morning with a banging headache, which was par for the course, if I'm honest, we quickly discovered that everyone else was dead, which is not par for the course. After a little bit of poking around, Clove found a vial that seemed to have carried a poison at some point. And somebody else investigating the body of a dwarf found a note, but no one could read it because it's in Dwarvish, go figure. So after a little bit of discussion, do we stay, do we go? If we stay, there would be trouble. If we go, it could be double. The guard turned up, ask a few questions. Long and the short of it is, they reckon we did it, but they can't prove we did it. So we got told, don't go anywhere. If you don't leave the city, go and wait at the Raven Wing Tavern, and we can find you there. So off we trot to see the sights and see if we get to the bottom of this. I spotted a young street urchin named Sarah. She knew one of the dwarves, a chap called Dunvar. Turns out his dad's like the #1 blacksmith in Western. Anyway, I decided to ask her if she could potentially locate this drow barmaid who Clove deduced was the one person who had been there the night before who was now missing. We reckon that might be our suspect. Give her a gold coin for her trouble. Off she trots. We go find the father of this dwarf. Give him the note. He could read it, obviously. Turns out Dunvar had gotten himself in a little bit of trouble. Some kind of revolutionary trying to overthrow the apparently corrupt Margrave of Western. So now it looks like this whole thing was politically motivated. And our would-be assassin, or actual assassin, might well be a government employee. Didn't really know what to do with that information, to be honest. So we headed off to the Ravenwing Tavern to have a sit and a think.
Was really good, really, really well recapped. So yeah, you are in the Raven's Wing, having come here as you've been directed to as somewhere that would be you'd be able to stay the night, and told not to leave the city. You are waiting for your young lady friend to return from trying to find out information about the barmaid, and you are just all sat round a table at the moment. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to play with my cat for a little bit.
So you get Trouble out and start playing with her.
Yeah, she slinks her way down my arm from where she's been sat on my shoulder, kind of rubs up against my hand a few times, and rolls over, starts getting some belly scratches.
Are we the only ones in the tavern?
At this moment in time, yes, it does appear like you're the only ones, other than Clinton, who's behind the bar.
Okay. Flynn will be like half paying attention to the group and mainly keeping his focus out the window to see if he can see the little girl or guards approaching.
Okay, so make me a perception check to see what you see out the window.
Yay.
Don't see anyone really out the window. You're keeping an eye out for the young lady or guards. You don't see either of those things. You do see a couple of farmers walking around, sort of looking anxious and worried, but other than that, normal day.
Okay.
This stinks. We ought not be sitting here.
Are we allowed to explore? Or are we supposed to be standing, well, sitting, just waiting?
Well, he said don't leave the city.
Oh, he did? Does that apply to all of us? I mean, he didn't see me.
I think
you're-
you're free to do whatever wandering you want.
Yeah,
was-
it's mainly us lot.
I'll stay.
Thank you.
That's very decent of you. Nah, I mean, as far as I figured, he said we can move around the city, all right. It's just, as long as we stay overnight in this tavern or whatever, so that they could find us if they need us.
I mean, I'd like to find more information about the people in charge here. I mean, we don't really know a lot other than they were trying to take him down. I mean, who are they? What's so bad about it?
Where would we find such information?
Well, walk up and down the street asking people. I'm sure you'll get all kinds of opinions on the people in charge.
Mm,
I mean, a man of noble stature such as myself might be able to use a little influence.
possibly.
I think, you'll probably get more information out of certain people. Other people might be a bit more tight-lipped around you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a noble asking about other nobles. You're only going to get said good things, aren't you?
I mean, at this point, we don't even have any names.
That's true. What do they say that Margrave was called again?
You're asking the people around you.
Both.
No.
Margrave Zimmerset.
Zimmerset. I neglected
That's
to make
the
note of that.
alchemist.
I mean, I'll be brutally honest with you. I couldn't rightly give a toss about who's in charge or whether they're nice or not. Pretty sure you could go anywhere, ask anyone, you'll find somebody who's got a grievance with the ruling classes. It's the way of the world.
Is it?
Well, in my admittedly limited experience, yeah.
Ah, what a sad world.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I haven't often found that the ruling classes will wipe out an entire tavern via poisoning.
I'll grant you that's a new one to me as well.
So this seems like a fairly extreme case of somebody taking their position for granted. Or,
Well,
So you would
That's
say
a
that
fair
it was
point.
the right thing to do to intervene?
I mean, to at least explore the idea that maybe things aren't right here. And perhaps there needs to be a power shift.
do we really want to get involved with like terrorists? Trying to bring down the.
You would
fucking-
turn a blind eye?
If it saves my skin, yeah.
That's not very noble of you.
Look at me. Do I look very noble?
I don't think you look too bad.
Fair enough.
Personally, I'd turn a blind eye if it kept trouble safe. But it bothers me that we've potentially got that young lass involved in this now as well.
And that's another thing.
She's now going to be going out asking questions. If this assassin really is working for the Margrave, and she asks the wrong question to the wrong person, could be
Those kids.
curtains fair, you know?
Hmm.
And that's on us. Well, I mean, all of us, but
Do we know? She said, sorry, she said something about a warehouse, didn't she? About where she
something.
and the other kids live or have made a safe haven.
Yep, she mentioned having a sort of a squat in a sort of a empty warehouse.
I
Should
mean,
we try and
guys,
find it? And sorry,
Mm.
should we try and find that and make sure she's alive still?
I think that's probably a good idea. I'll be up for that. If possible, try and warn her off. Tell her not to bother. If we want to get at the bottom of this, we'll have to do it ourselves. Let's not get any innocents involved.
Hmm.
I don't think we can trust the powers that be.
Certainly not if they tried to kill us once already, just to cover up something else.
So, are we going to go find the girl? Can't remember the name.
I think we should try.
Sounds good to me.
Does
Camera
anybody know
travel.
where these warehouses are?
Nope.
Oh,
Is
no,
there
I
a,
suppose,
is there a barkeep? Sorry, carry on.
I suppose it's best to ask then.
DM, there's a barkeep here, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Clinton, who served you your drinks.
Oi, mate. Is there a part of this city that's warehouses and shit?
You're probably looking for the market ward. It's where most people keep their stock and things that they're selling around here. Any warehouses, they're most likely to be there.
Like even ones that are a bit, I don't know, run down, disused.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the market ward. If you were looking for sort of posh, upmarket warehouses, that would be the Opal ward. But if you're looking for run-down ones, it's definitely the market ward.
Oh no, I'm a bit of a connoisseur of the run down myself, mate. Nice one, cheers.
No problem. By the way, will you guys be looking for a place to stay tonight? Should I keep the rooms, or are you?
Yeah, why not? How much? I'll pay in advance.
Yeah, let the guards pay.
Looking for? We've got separate rooms here. You don't have to sleep all in the same one. 5 copper a night for each room.
Fat me, that's a steal. I'll take one.
Surely, if they want us to stay here, they'll pay for our lodgings.
That's my thinking.
I wouldn't count on that, mate.
Well, then
Besides,
we can't be expected to stay here.
that's more to the point. I don't want to owe them anything, you know. I already don't trust the bastards. There's a good chance they're in on it.
I think that's a certainty at this point.
I'm just going to go over to the bar, plop the 5 copper down.
Okay, he'll take it and he'll hand you a room key and go, your one up the stairs all the way to the end.
Got any, any mice or anything running around in this place?
Will that stop you from staying?
Nah. Trouble could do the exercise.
Yeah, most likely your cat has free reign. If it can kill some of the rats around and mice, go for it.
Ripper.
Any more for any more staying tonight?
Oh, yeah. I'll go over to the bar table. How much was it, sorry?
5 copper a night.
5 copper for a room, please. Unless anyone else felt it was safe to stay together.
I'll lodge with whoever.
I'll pop the 5 copper down.
Okay, so he will take the 5 copper and he will hand you another key. And he'll go once again up the stairs. Yours will be next to this one's door.
Okay.
I warn you, I snore something fierce. So I'm told anyway.
Oh, that's alright. I don't snore.
I'll take a room also. Same as the others. I'll just pop a gold piece on the table, take my change.
Yeah, he will give you 9 silver and
95.
5 copper change.
Nope.
And again, he will hand you a key and goes, yours is the middle room.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right then. I'll go over and pay, and then
He will once again hand you your key and go, yeah, yours is next to his other side.
okay.
And he'll look at the last person and go, you wanting a room?
Is that me?
Mm.
I'll just sleep on someone's floor.
You can stay in my room if you like. I don't mind.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. Absolutely fine. So, we do a little bit of food in the evening, sort of around 7 o'clock in the evening. If you want something. If not, feed yourself, bring it back. You can eat it in here, it's no problem. No fighting. It's the only rule.
Alright.
Why would I fight?
You'd be amazed what alcohol can do to some people. They get a few beers in them, a few ales in them, and all they want to do is throw a punch.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that, Trouble. Right. Market ward, is it?
Yeah, if you're looking for warehouses, that's the place to go.
I'm gonna set off out the door.
Okay.
I will follow.
I am right behind.
And I'm gonna stop almost as soon as I come out the door.
Who is right behind you? Sorry.
I think it was me, wasn't it?
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save.
Yeah.
And I was behind him.
You can also make me a dexterity saving throw.
This is great. Just what I need.
20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
So you just about manage to stop yourself from. He just walks out the door and just stops all of a sudden. You just about catch yourself before walking into the back of him.
Ugh. Hello?
However,
Oh, no.
our cleric does not manage to do it, so she doesn't catch sight of you both stopping. She walks into the back of you.
Ooh. Whoa, my god. Ooh, so sorry.
It's fine. You're right there, Alba.
Bit of an important question.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where the fuck we are?
Restaurant?
I mean, I know we're in restaurant, but where the
There
bloody hell
are-
is the market ward?
I
We're
thought you
in
knew.
it. We're in it, aren't we?
Are we?
Nope.
I'm sure some lovely people might be able to tell us. They're also quite nice and lovely when you talk to them.
Mhm.
Tell you, you will know this. You were in it. So the pub you came from, the pub you woke up this morning. You walked out, and there was the market.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess, unless my eyes deceive me, from all the market stalls in front of us, we're probably already there.
So
Not this pub. The pub you woke up in, where everyone else was dead.
Oh
That
my
one.
goodness.
oh my god, we are going to go back.
Let's go back to that pub then.
Okay, so you make your way back to the Puddle Muck Chambers. You see there's a couple of guards stood outside, keeping watch of the door. They give you a suspicious eye as you sort of walk in their general direction, but they don't interrupt or anything.
I wink
put
and
hands
blow a
up.
kiss at one of them.
Strange look. He's
I
like,
giggle to myself.
I promise we are not returning to the scene of the crime. It's a coincidence, mate. Right, looking around, can I see any warehouses over any like rooftops or anything?
make me a perception check.
Big buildings, big buildings.
You do. There's a couple of warehouses around you, although they don't look very run down. They look very well used. From where you're standing, though, you can see sort of further. So you are. Let me grab the map. You are currently around about here. And you can see from where you are, it sort of gets more and more run down the sort of further away you go. So sort of around here, there looks to be some run down places.
So it's probably in that direction. In my experience, if you're looking for a place to hide out, if you're looking for a place to squat, you don't go for one on the main road. So we're probably going to need to dive down an alley or two. Oh no. Start heading that way. Keep an eye out for any urchins, I guess.
Keep an eye on children.
Not any children, dirty looking children who look like they haven't had a proper meal in a couple of days,
Okay, sad children.
Yeah, sad children.
I'm gonna look around for sad children.
I will help her.
Make me a perception check with advantage, please.
I don't know if it's perception with advantage.
I'm gonna have to set up a quote of the session Discord channel, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
So with that roll, you notice children with their parents walking along, just looking like they're being sort of dragged. They don't really want to go. You notice some that are playing. One's pushed another one over. So she's sitting on the floor crying. So she's also sad. You do notice sort of as you get further away that there's a couple of sort of kept, less well dressed, looking a bit scruffy children sort of hiding down alleyways and sort of or sitting on the street corner just trying to get some money. Few sad children around.
I'm gonna
I
head
point
first.
out every single one of them, and then I point to the very one we need last.
I'm actually going to head over to the lass who's been pushed over by the others and is sat crying. Are the kids who pushed her over still stood around her?
They've run off.
They've
So
run off. So
they
I'm
pushed her down. She started bawling her eyes out, and they ran.
I'm
just going to go over and pick her up and help dust her off and dry her eyes a little.
Okay. She's a very pretty little girl. She's elven from what you can tell. She's got long elven ears. Even for an elf, she's young. She's probably somewhere 9-10 years old from what you can tell. She's wearing a long dress, sort of short sleeves, a little apron, and she'll go, "Thank you. They're mean to me. They don't like that I'm an elf. They think I should be where elves come from."
Oh, you come from here, don't you? You look a bit too young to be travelling the land. Your parents around here?
Simon.
Nah, don't worry about them. They'll always be bullies.
I try not to let them what they say and do upset me.
Look at it this way. By the time they're dead, you'll just be getting in your prime.
Dying for a minute, and she go, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna outlive them."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and if they go around treating other people like that, their life expectancy is probably shorter than most. I can tell you that now.
Yeah. Can I see where they went? Those mean little brats.
Make me a perception check. You did not see where they went. They ran in between some market stalls and you lost track of them.
Assholes. Alright.
She'll give you a very quick hug round the leg because that's all she can reach, and then she'll go, "Thank you very much. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go home now, so Devden doesn't worry about me." And she'll run off.
I'm just going to watch her go for a moment and rejoin the others.
That was very nice of you.
Ah, fucking hate bullies. Well, should we get back to Married Hand?
I think I saw some children over there.
Are they the children we need, Clove?
I believe so. I mean,
Okay.
they don't look very happy,
Alright.
and they look dirty as well. Lost.
Might be who we're after.
I'll start walking to where she pointed.
Okay, so you walk in that direction, and you can see the children she pointed out, but as you start to get closer to them, they sort of start to look a bit wary and sort of start stepping backwards, further into the alley, into the dark more.
Okay. I will crouch to my knees and do the same thing I did with Sarah and create a load of little butterflies and stuff that look like they've got gemstones for wings.
Okay, so there's two of them that you're trying to attract their attention. So make me a persuasion check.
Should be alright at this. I hope. Well, yeah. 22.
Oh yeah.
You catch them. So there is a young, from what you can tell, a young gnomish boy. It's hard to tell his age because obviously he's a gnome. He's fairly short anyway. But the way he holds himself is definitely the more confident of the two. And there is a young, sort of human, but something not quite human about her. Young girl, probably from what you can tell, round about 7 or 8. They're both wearing sort of tattered clothes, look like they haven't washed or brushed their hair in like forever. And they both see the sort of butterflies fluttering around. The girl is the first to come. She dashes over and starts trying to catch them and giggling and laughing. The young gnomish boy is a little bit more hesitant, but you do eventually get him to come over as well. He's less sort of excited about the butterflies, but definitely sort of the more cautious of the two.
Hello. I was wondering if you could help me a little bit, please.
What you looking for? The little gnomish boy says.
I'll start like addressing him like he's not a child, because I think that'll get a better reaction. I'm looking for a friend we made earlier today. We put her on some work, which might be a bit dangerous for her. A young girl called Sarah.
What kind of trouble have you got Sarah into?
Not the fun kind of trouble. It may be life-threatening trouble. Sorry. But we'd like to try and put a stop to that before it starts.
I should hope so. She knows how to take care of herself most of the time, but I haven't seen her today. She went this morning waiting for her and hasn't been seen since.
We spoke to Sarah this morning. That's probably where she is. Did she not say anything to you? Or you haven't seen her at all?
She, as I said, she left this morning to go and see Dunvar, and she hasn't returned.
Okay. Thanks, kids. And I'll flick them a silver each.
The little girl's been sort of not really paying attention, but as soon as you flick the silver, she catches it, and she'll happily wave at you. Bye bye.
Bye. I'll go back to the group, or if they follow me over, I'll just turn around to them.
So he says he's going to warn her off if he sees her, is that it?
Yes. Or at least I hope he got that impression.
Suppose
But she
that's the-
hasn't been seen since this morning.
Hmm. Well, at least if we haven't made any progress on this by the end of the day, probably come back here after nightfall. I'd imagine this is where she'll come back to,
Hmm.
if nothing else. Hmm.
Clove,
Mhm.
what time did that drow lady walk into the bar? Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah. Mm. DM. Would Clove know what time?
Like, was it before or after sundown?
To the bar.
Yeah.
The drow barmaid was there when you arrived. She was there when all of you arrived.
Okay.
Was that before or after sundown? Sorry.
Some of you arrived just before sundown, some of you arrived afterwards. But she was there by the time you'd all arrived and looked like she'd been there for a while.
What time did I arrive? Did I arrive nighttime? Well, before sundown?
You arrived just before sundown.
Okay. Well, she was already there when I arrived. And I think this was before sundown.
Okay. Not to be stereotypical, but we might have a better time of finding the drow woman after the sun's gone down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if this drow really is who we're looking for, she's our assassin. I don't imagine she's just going to be strolling around on the streets as it is anyway.
Fair.
There's also a good chance that she ain't actually a drow. Disguises, you know. What is a drow? You keep saying that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Clove would know what drow is.
I don't think you did on your check you did last session.
No, I don't. She's a very pretty dark elf. That's all I know.
Nah, it's good enough for me.
Yeah. In my experiences, they're the opposite of a high elf, and they don't like the light.
Fair enough. I know what that's like. After a heavy night, sun can be a bitch.
Yes. True that.
So what does everyone want to do now?
Truthfully, wash my hands of this old bloody mess, but I don't suppose that's an option.
I'd like to keep going. I want to know who thought it fit to poison a whole bar, including us.
But where would we get the info?
Hmm.
That is the 1,000 gold question, isn't it? I don't
You
know.
said if we figure this out, we get 1,000 gold.
I hope so.
Bloody hell, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Would we have to split it or each?
I don't know what I'd do. Why would I need money?
It's a figure of speech where I'm from.
Maybe if we waited at the inn, the police officers might have a bit more info to tell us.
Oh, I wouldn't count on it.
I'd like to think so, but I also don't want to wait around when we could be doing better work than them. And they have to follow guidelines. We don't.
If I wanted to find an assassin,
Underground tunnels.
yes, maybe, but
Oh my god, sewers.
if I wanted to find an assassin, I'll find out who their next target might be. Wait for them to turn up, you know? Maybe there's more of these dissidents kicking around.
Do we know who the dwarf was working with? I mean, I know we found a note on his person, but did it say who the note was to or from?
I don't think his dad said. The people we know he was working with were sat in a tavern with him. They were also dead.
Maybe there were others. Other dwarfs. Unhappy.
I mean, judging from the company he kept, it ain't just dwarves who are pissed off with the Margrave.
Mm.
I don't remember.
There must be a sort of organisation in the city somewhere that's trying to put things right. It can't have been alone.
Was it the Awful Storm? Or have I got that wrong? Office Storm?
I have no idea.
I might have that wrong. It's in my notes, but it's just in brackets, maybe terrorists written next to it. So
Wait, are we just talking about this in the middle of the street?
Yes.
we should get
Okay,
moving.
can I just glance around to see if anyone's paying attention?
Make me a perception check. Can't see anyone particularly paying attention to you as they're walking around. They mainly seem to be focused on their looking for their shopping. Yeah, you don't think anyone's listening to you there.
Okay. Nobody is.
A horrible thought does occur.
Go
What
on.
if? I know we kind of went with the assumption that maybe we're patsies in all this. What if we weren't meant to survive?
So we were meant to die.
Yeah,
think we
except we
were.
haven't, and that's a loose end for them. Bit of a problem.
Oh, so you mean we could be our own bait?
Could be.
I like
So you
that
talk
idea.
about walking around alone or together?
Well, probably best if we stick together. Harder to surprise a group, but I don't know. Maybe if we go around asking a few questions and not being all that subtle about it, maybe they'll come to us.
I mean, our quarters where we're currently staying is no secret.
Exactly.
We spring a trap.
Okay.
Are we talking? And I'll whisper this. Are we talking about capturing one of the guard?
Nah,
Or
nah,
were we
nah.
talking about capturing the maiden, the barmaid?
Oh, okay.
Go around
Yeah.
asking questions. Just see who knows about what's going on. Don't be too subtle about it. See
Why
if
would
they
I be this subtle about it?
see if they send anyone to deal with us.
Okay, do we just ask people around?
Well, maybe we ask the guards.
Maybe
Well,
we
if
go.
it isn't a guard, well, if it is unexpected people.
Maybe if we go to the posher part of town and subtly mention stuff about this, or not so subtly mention stuff about this, get the notoriety of the higher ups.
Could be.
I mean,
Maybe
we're not
hand
hard to
out some
track.
flyers.
What, like,
Mm.
do you know why people want the Margrave dead?
Yep,
Answers on the back of this paper delivered to the Ravenwing Tavern.
absolutely.
Do you have flyers?
No.
I've got a big book.
We have to do this somewhat conspicuously, because then we can get arrested for spreading hate and then also promoting the death of the hierarchy.
We're
and
not
get arrested
spreading
for
hate.
that.
We're asking other people to spread hate.
I know, but they would pin it on us. in the
No,
way
yeah,
they
they-
pinned it on the dwarf.
I
or
don't think they have a legal leg to stand on, to be honest.
I don't think they had a
matters
legal
when they
leg
put
to
us in
poison the
cuffs.
tavern, but they did it.
Yeah.
No, he makes a fair point. If we're not careful about this, they might just lock us up. And then they don't need to send assassin, they'll just execute us.
So we need to find a middle ground.
I believe I can do that.
You can
Good
find a
work.
middle ground.
Well, there's got to be some dingy bar in the Opal Ward somewhere that people don't always like to travel. That they wouldn't dream of going outside their own pretty little garden to drink. Might be easier to get in that way.
I mean, I'm not even sure if we could get in the Opal Ward. We'd have to find out. It's pretty elite, as far as I'm aware.
Well, we have one that seems very noble himself, don't we?
I might be able to pull some strings.
That might be an avenue we can travel down.
I'll be honest, I'm good at drinking and punching people. And this is all starting to make my head hurt a little bit. If you got a plan, I'd help you. Beyond that, I'm at a bit of a bloody loss.
I can be talkative to the right people. Hopefully. See where that leads, but it's never a promise.
I'm so confused.
Me too, Clove, me too.
So are we talking to people?
I'd like to say yes, but we need to find the right people to talk to. I don't think anyone around in these districts would know.
Mm.
Where is the nice part of the district? Yeah. Is it the
Run or in the market ward?
market ward?
Closer you get to the centre of the city, so the closer you get sort of the Opal Ward, the Scholars Ward, that sort of area, the nicer it gets. The more on the outskirts of the city, the sort of less nice it is.
Okay, so further in. Okay. I'll start walking towards the nicer area.
Oh, she's
Okay.
off. Come
I
on.
have no idea where I'm going.
Do we
I
need
think
to get
that's
like
all
a
split up.
rope to hold her on, maybe, or something?
Little lead.
Little lead for Chloe. And I'll start walking after her.
Follow suit.
Okay. Start walking more towards the centre, sort of back to where you began. You obviously get to the square where most of the market is. But as you sort of get closer towards the Opal Ward, they start to move into shops, and the shops get nicer storefronts and taller and bigger, until you eventually find yourself sort of on the edge of the market ward, around where the Opal Ward begins. And there's some really big shops around here, some sort of big, expensive-looking places. There's no wall around the Opal Ward. But there are some guards you can sort of see. You can see where it crosses because the paving changes, and there's a couple of guards sort of walking around the line that creates.
Okay.
Are the guards paying us any attention?
Don't appear to be paying you any more attention than they are anyone else.
Yeah, I'll go with Clove, keep walking forward.
And they allow you to pass into the Opal Ward without stopping you. So you walk in, and there's a few houses dotted around, not too many. But the main things of the Opal Ward is you see the sort of keep where you assume the Margrave lives. Hall, it's called the Hall of Reason. it's titled across the top of it, where probably law and order is carried out. As I said, a couple of sort of mansions, sort of not too many, but a couple. There's a military barracks there as well, and in the middle is a big public square, which has a statue in the middle of it of a gentleman riding an onyx horse. See?
Oh, wow.
The chap on the statue, does he look at all familiar to me?
Give me a history check.
This will go well.
Oh, yeah. You know.
Who this is at all. It's just some dude on a horse.
Okay. Is there a guard nearby, or anyone nearby? The street's busy.
It's fairly quiet in this part of the city, although there's a couple of guards just sort of standing outside of the Hall of Reason there.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over to him. So, oi, mate, can you help us out? Who's the ponce up on the horse?
You're in Westrun and you don't know who the founder of Westrun is. That's Palace Westrun. He built the city. The first houses, the first temple, the first everything in this city came from him.
Oh, fair play. Yeah, that's all, mate. Cheers. Run back over to the others.
Well, were we supposed to talk about the thing?
Nah, I don't want to send it to the guards just yet.
Don't even remember.
I think if we're trying to set ourselves up, we want to be careful which guards we speak to. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are in on it, but they ain't all going to be on it. If we say things to the wrong ones, then we might just get ourselves locked up.
Okay, so we're looking for shady people.
Yeah, we're kind of, corrupt guards.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye out for corrupt guards.
Make me a perception check.
Get the feeling we need to be quite literal with clothes.
I'm loving it.
So am I.
I don't know what corrupt guards look like.
Not too sure. All of these guards seem to just be doing the same thing, which is standing around and staring at people.
Just a lot of people staring at each other.
How
I don't
far
know if
away
that
were
means
those?
they're nasty.
Sorry. How far away were those guards from us now?
So they're probably about 200 meters to the west of you, east of you. Sorry.
Okay. What's that in feet? Sorry.
I don't know. I will say probably about 120 feet.
Okay. Okay. I can do a thing when we're in the right place where I can make the sound of someone else's voice talk about whatever I want it to talk about. So that could be useful, guys. So we don't have to implicate ourselves directly.
I can change what I look like.
I feel like we could combine those skills.
Well, if you're familiar with the minor illusion thing, I can do that. But it's very minor, as it suggests.
I have no way to change my appearance, but I'm pretty good at hiding, staying out of sight.
Same.
And I'm an honest man, so I don't need to change my appearance.
Oh, that's nice.
Not so honest, but I can't change my appearance. Not fully, anyway.
Well, I think you're going to have a hard time making me look like anything I'm not.
Would the Hall of Reason be the place we want to be at? That sounds like a reasonable place.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I laughed.
Guys are all standing around. You do notice a older lady, once again looks human from what you can see, walk out. She's wearing look like stately robes. She walks out of the Hall of Reason, walks down the steps, and on a notice board next to the front of it, just pins something on the notice board before walking back up.
Oh,
Should we take a look?
yeah. I'll go have a look. Go have a look.
Okay, I'm coming.
What's it?
The notice board, and she has put a job request up on the board. So it says for people willing to lend a hand in the farming district. Farmers have been losing their stock and have no idea what's taking it at the moment. We're looking for a person or group of people to find out what is stealing the cows, the plains cows, and hopefully deal with it. There is a bounty of 100 gold for its completion.
Oh no. Someone's been stealing cows. I'll take the paper and we'll take it to the back to the grate. I mean, if we're not doing anything, we can do this. I'll show them that.
What does it say?
Farmers having trouble. Someone's been killing their cows. It's all very, very nasty. Something about 100 gold. They need help. Let's go to the Hall of Reason to talk about it. And I hand the paper over.
Just gonna take the paper and kind of hold up close to my face and a bit further away and kind of period. Yep, that's what it says. That's definitely the words that are on this. Here you go.
No, I just said that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just confirming. That's definitely that's all good.
I mean, if anything, this gives us a reason to go into the hall now.
Well, yeah, but it sounds like it need us to go outside of the city to do something, and we were told that.
But if we're
that's not so much an
helping, they
option.
can't say no because we'll be coming back.
Maybe, I guess.
At worst, it's making connections within the city.
At best, we get paid.
Not opposed.
Should we do it? Got nothing else to do.
I'm in.
Do it.
Let's do it.
To save the cows!
Okay, close.
Yeah.
The guards standing outside of the Hall of Reason give you a really worried look.
Again, I wink and blow a kiss at him.
He will wink and blow a kiss back.
I might not be going to see the cows. I might be going to see someone else.
Don't you want to help?
Well,
I thought we were staying together.
All right. I can do that later.
No, didn't really do that.
You're going into the Hall of Reason.
Yeah.
A beautiful courthouse in a sort of high elven style. Marble statue of the platinum dragon on the outside, just as you're going up its steps. You walk in and it's beautiful inside. There's tiled flooring, marbled walls, pillars all around. There is a gentleman sat behind a desk in front of you. Looks enough looks orcish to you guys, sat behind the desk, wearing a suit which really doesn't look like it fits him very well. And he's got a pair of glasses on his face, and he's just sort of making notes on the piece of paper in front of him.
Hi, I'm Clove. Oh dear.
Hey, I'm Snacker.
I show him the piece of paper.
Wanting to take the job from Myra. All right, give me a moment. I'll let her know you're coming, and I will send you through to her. And he will push himself up, and he will walk away to the left, and he'll be gone for about 2 minutes before he returns and go, Myra Newman will see you now. If you walk there, through the hallway, keep going, you can't miss it.
Through. Right.
Sit there expectantly, waiting for you guys to walk away.
Thanks. And we'll start walking
Thanks.
in the direction that I can remember. To Monorail.
So you walk in the direction he's pointed you, and you walk. It's a fairly long corridor. How he did it in 2 minutes, you have no idea, because it takes you about 5. But you get to the end of it, and there is an open door. And you can see through the open door the lady that put the notice up on the notice board is sat in there behind a desk. She's got a mug of hot drink in front of her on her lap.
Hi.
What kind of cat?
It's a ginger cat, long tail, very pointy ears. It's curled up on her lap, just sleeping, and she's sitting there stroking it. Respond to Clove and go, "Good afternoon, my dear. How is it I can help you all?"
I will show him the piece of paper.
Takes the paper from you, and she goes, you're looking to help our farmers. Are you wanting to take the job? I've got a little bit more information than my note provides.
Yes.
If you're looking to lend a hand, if you go out to the farms just outside the resident ward's walls, they are having some issues. They are losing 2 free plains cows an evening. All that they find when they awake is about a 5-foot hole in the ground and some puddles of acid. They've got no other clues about who's doing it or why it's being done, but they have clubbed together, and I've added a little bit of the government funds to offer a reward of 100 gold if you can bring the culprit to us, dead or alive, it doesn't matter, as long as the cows stop disappearing.
Do we know if it's a beast or if it's a person? Or have
DM,
we already answered that question?
from the few years that Albos spent doing the whole nomadic thing, would he recognise anything from that description?
Make me a nature check. In the background, if you can hear her.
Hey,
Yeah.
kitty.
That's
I'm going to go with a no on that one.
No, you do not recognise the description. You wouldn't know if it's man or beast. And Myra goes, we are unsure if it's a beast or a man, although if you can find a man that can dig a 5-foot hole, more like a tunnel, in an evening and steal a couple of plain cows, we'd like to meet him.
Oh, that's nice.
Will this be documented that we are going out into the farmers district?
We need documentation to be able to go out and lend a hand to the farmers. I can certainly provide a written note for you, giving you a slightly wary look.
Love one, please.
She will quickly pull out a very fancy looking quill and a bit of paper in front of her, and she's got very flowery handwriting. Very, very pretty handwriting. And she'll write you a note that says, "To whom it may concern, this group of people," and she'll look up quickly as she writes that and goes, "Do you have a name as a group, or should I just leave you as the group of people?"
Sounds fine with me.
Yeah, good with me so far.
We will leave you as that, and she will write, "This group of people is going to the farms on business for the Hall of Reason. Please allow free transport travel in and out of the city walls." Signed, and then she'll sign it, Myra Newman, Judge of Westrun.
That is perfect, thank you. And I will take the note.
Welcome.
Mm.
I'll read the note and be like, "Oh shit, you're the judge."
Brother is a farmer. This is a favour to him.
Ah,
Where did she say the fields were?
Just outside of the resident ward, so around about here on your map.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so we're not that far away. Okay.
Anything else I could help you with?
Nah.
Well, any kind of evidence that you have done us the favour of getting rid of whatever it is fine by me. Just please stop my brother moaning at me.
we can promise that we can have a look at the job. Your brother moaning at you might be a sibling thing.
He is a younger brother, so
Thank you. Have a lovely day. And I'll turn around to leave.
And I
you
will
will
follow.
just nod at you all as you leave.
I'm going to hesitate for just a moment before leaving. We're dedicated to fighting against injustice and corruption. All kinds.
Would you
of
like some
corruption.
water?
Fine.
So bandits, murderers, corrupt governments, that kind of thing, and just trying to get a sense of if there's any change in facial expression at all,
Okay.
particularly when I mentioned corrupt government officials.
Make me an insight check.
Flynn has left. He is on his way out.
Following.
Don't see any change in her facial expressions or the way she's holding herself. Although when you say corrupt government, she does a slight, not intake of breath like surprise, but sort of a considering her next words kind of breath. And she goes, "Well, maybe if you complete this job for me, I'll be able to lend a hand with that."
Oh. Yeah, of course. We're all so dedicated to completing jobs. Brilliant. We'll see you later. My friend's a nice cat. Bye.
Oh, that's great. You did so well.
Actually got something out of that.
As the last person leaves the door, you will watch the cat just get up from her lap, jump over the desk, and nose the door shut.
Bloody hell, that's an intelligent cat. What? That's not a comment on you, Trouble. I'm sure you could close the door if you want to. I'm just saying,
Give you a slight pat on the side of the cheek with just a tiny bit of claw, not too much, just a tiny bit.
Some monsters.
Listen, guys, I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but look, I thought I might, say a couple of things to her, see if I could get like an eyebrow twitch or something. See this person's a judge next to the Margrave's keep. Maybe they're like one of his lackeys in on all of this bullshit that he's apparently up to or anything. Well, I said that, we was up to stamping out injustice and corruption, like, corrupt governments and all. Well, she said if we could sort this out, she might be able to help us with that. I think she knows something. Earlier we were saying maybe we need to find out if there's any more of these, revolutionaries or terrorists or what have you. What if she's one of them?
So she could be next target.
Yeah, she can like point us in the right direction. I'm whispering all of this to him, by the way. I'm not being like talking loudly. Yeah.
Are we still in the hall?
Are at the moment.
Okay.
So, this could be more important than we thought.
Well, if we complete this job, then we can. I guess that would be a point of conversation.
Yeah,
Afterwards.
yeah.
Do one
Oh.
good deed, she might be more open to listening to us.
Exactly. And it's like you said, mate, making connections and all that. Well,
Yeah.
that was well thought of you. Cool. Well, let's be about this then, shall we?
My battle face on.
Get ready to go punch someone who can dig a big tunnel and smuggle cows down it.
I haven't had a chance to flex my magic in a while. This might be fun.
That's a point. Here, Clove.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that we've left now, and that this is the session I like to have as we're heading towards the gate.
A wave to you as you all left.
Bye, Snucker.
The
As we
guard
leave-
that was stood outside the thing does wolf whistle as you walk past.
I do the really shit like TikTok thing, and then like turn around and draw a heart hand, minor illusion, a heart in reality at the same time.
Give you the call me sign, but that doesn't exist in this world.
As you do a little gesture of like writing on a parchment.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Low caps.
I think you're well
I'll
in
walk
there,
a
mate.
bit taller. And I believe that's a connection with one of the guard. So, doing well so far?
Oh, that's a good
Aw.
point. Smart.
Well, that's not why I did that, but
Silver
Opportunities.
lining and all that.
Indeed.
So, Clove.
Mhm.
If this like, what's your style when it comes to conflict?
What do
Do
you
you
mean?
get in people's faces, or are you like more of a stand back kind of person?
Well, I don't think I need to stand in people's faces. I don't really like getting into fights anyway. It doesn't seem very nice. I tend to sort of mix in the middle.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't want this one getting in too much danger, you know.
Don't worry, I can protect you.
And we will do the same for you.
It's much appreciated. Well,
I'm sure it won't be that hard. I just need to put my battle face on.
Have you fought beasts before, Clove?
I've seen people fight. I have fought some beasts. And seen some people fight beasts. that you can call them. But yeah, I mean, I've done fights. I just don't tend to do them very often. It's not ideal.
I wouldn't make a habit of getting into fights. It's not fun.
Alvar's just going to cough and look sheepish.
Oh yeah, Flynn's lying, but like for Clove, different.
DM, on the way to the gate, Alvar just wants to keep his eye out for any taverns or like the equivalent of an off license, somewhere that just sells bottles of booze.
Make me a perception check as you're walking around. So there's no off licenses. You don't see anywhere just selling alcohol to take away. But you do spot a couple of taverns on your way through. Obviously, getting closer to the edge of the resident ward, they get a little bit more downtown. But yeah, you spot a couple.
Oh, yeah, I just want to quickly dive into one and see if I can buy just a bottle of whiskey brand. I mean, he's not fussy. Bottle of spirits.
Walk into one of them. It's you've left it till fairly late, so it's probably one of the worst places you've ever stepped in. It looks like you could sneeze in the wrong direction and the entire bar would just start a fight for no reason. But you walk up to the
Feels like home.
you walk up to the bar and there is a tabaxi gentleman behind the counter. And he will obviously take your order and he'll go, well, if you want cheap, I've got a bottle of cheap rum for like 2 silver. If you're looking for more upmarket, I've got a bottle of whiskey for about a gold. Anything in between? What's your price range?
I mean, it's more about quantity than quality. How about give me one of each. Bottle of rum and a bottle of whiskey.
So he will pull off a bottle of rum and pull up a bottle of whiskey, and he'll go, that's a gold and a silver.
Scholar and a gentleman. Thank you kindly.
You didn't get it from me.
Noted. I'm just going to stow them inside my traveller's cloak. And head on back and catch up with the group again.
Very long. They didn't go very far without you, but you managed to catch up with them again.
Yeah, no, it was just meant to be like a really quick, I'll be back in 1 second. Sorted.
Did you get what you needed?
Abso-bloody-lutely.
Oh, good. So, close to we can. That's fine.
Head to the farm.
Head out to the outside. Get to the walls and there is some guards and they do look at you all and go, where do you guys think you're going?
Do they look at me?
The other 4.
We got a note.
What, did your mum write you a off sick note?
No, your mum did.
No, your boss, bitch, and I'll unfold the note.
And he will take the note and he will read it and he'll go, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. We were told not, obviously. No, it's fine. You're on business for Miss Newman. Absolutely fine. Feel free. Carry on.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
If there is a problem here, we can always ask Miss Newman again.
Fine. Don't need to do that at all. No problem.
That's what I thought. And I take the note back and go out.
I want to be last to go out. Just as we passed the guard who questioned us, the one who made the mum comment, so don't worry, mate. We'll be coming back once this is all taken care of. And I want to clap him on the shoulder just a little bit too hard. Not trying to hurt him, just enough to make his knees buckle a little.
Make me a strength check then.
I do want to watch this and see what his reactions
Yeah.
Yes.
You managed to put a little bit of pressure on that pat on the shoulder, and his knees do give out. And he just catches himself before hitting the floor. But he's like, oh gosh, I must have been standing on my legs too much today. It's almost the end of my shift. I don't know what came over me.
Just going to give him an evil grin. And then carry on following with the others. Sorry about that. Couldn't help myself.
So when we get closer to the farm, do we see the big big holes? Are they quite noticeable?
Yeah, they are fairly noticeable. A second, I will pull you over to the map.
Ooh.
When Elbar comes back, Flynn's like clapping a little bit, like, well done.
To be done, mate.
Oh, it certainly did.
It's the farm that you walk up to, and you can see the 6 holes in random places. Not just in the cow field that is. You can see some more cows walking around it, but it also seems to be in the vegetable patch that he's got going.
Is that patch kind of thriving, or is it like withering?
So most of it seems to be thriving, although the closer to the holes it gets, the less it's thriving, to the point where the edge of the holes there's just nothing growing for a good like half a foot to a foot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that looks ominous.
Doesn't look friendly, does it?
Just going to take the bottle of. Actually, I don't. I'm just going to take one of the bottles out, kind of pulling at random. Just take a long swig.
Do we see where the farmer is?
Out when you started walking up, but as you sort of move up to the and start looking around the holes and things. Oh, I just deleted something I didn't mean to delete.
Undo.
Oh my god, the map's gone.
They ate the map.
It shrunk.
The whole farm disappears.
Oh yeah. Oh look, our problem is solved.
So as you walk up and start investigating the holes, a again human-looking gentleman walks out from the front door just here and goes, "Can I help?"
I believe we're the ones to help you.
You wear my huh?
Yes.
I think it's safe to say we know where your cows are going, mate. They're going down them holes.
Well, they don't dig holes themselves usually, so I'm assuming they're not going down there willingly.
And that's why we're here.
Would I know what creature would typically drag their prey by digging a tunnel?
Make me a nature check.
Yeah, no.
I'm afraid you have no idea.
I'm just looking at the clouds.
Pretty much.
Do they come at night?
At night, I keep an eye out during the day and nothing disappears or builds a tunnel during the. I've seen.
Which was the first and most recent hole? Which one was the first, and which one was the most recent hole to appear?
It was the first, and he'll point to this hole here.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent one was this hole here, actually in the Couts field.
Okay. I'm guessing this has been going on 6 nights.
You would be right. You can count night every night, and it's 1 or 2 cows going every evening.
Okay.
What time is it now?
It's sort of around late afternoon.
Okay. A little bit of a wait then.
Can I look down one of the holes?
And make me a perception check.
But before I do that, I'm going to grab a stone from the ground, cast light on it, drop it down, and then look. Okay.
Make me a perception check then. Okay. So you watch the light go down, so you drop it down the hole, and it probably drops straight down for about, and then it curves, and you watch it just go round, and you have the feeling that this is a tunnel. It's not just a hole in the ground; it's actually a tunnel.
No way in hell I'm going to fit through that.
Bloody hell, what would you do that stone?
What?
That stone, you touched it all lit up.
Yeah. I'd pick up
Can
another
you-
one. Light.
That's pretty
I'll do the
impressive.
exact thing.
Oh, it's just a thing.
It's going to be pretty useful if we got to wait around till night time.
I mean,
Yes.
We could
Alright.
always go down the hole.
I think that might be an incredibly bad idea, if I'm honest, mate.
I'm not sure if I can fit down that hole.
Likewise.
Would I be able to
I
fit
don't
down
like-
the hole, DM?
To fit down the hole, did you say?
Yeah.
If you tried.
No, I'm not that stupid.
I don't like going anywhere I can't stretch my wings, flap them.
I'm going to have an hard enough time seeing up here once the sun goes down. It's going to be worse if we go in there and we don't even know what we're up against. I say we wait up here, see what comes out. Then we
Can
decide
I
if we
go-
want to go caving.
Sorry.
Sorry, what was that, mate?
I was going to say, could I go to the most recent and like look for any signs of acid?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation is not one of my strong suits. Oh, it might be. Nope.
You do notice like a couple of droplets of what you assume is acid. You can't quite tell, but you can't see anything other than the couple of droplets that you can see.
Is it still like a puddle? Like not a puddle, but you know,
Mm.
it doesn't look like water and it stays.
So it is. There's a very small puddle that you can see, like a huge lake, but there's probably a puddle of it just sort of right next to the hole entrance.
Okay. Can I take a torch and put the end, like not the lighting end, the flat non-torch end in it? See how viscous and bad it is.
It's pretty much like water from what you can see. You put the torch in it and it does start to burn the end of the torch, but it's not like thick or goopy, it's just sort of pure water. Didn't know any better, you'd have thought it had been raining.
Right. Well, just show the group. Don't step in any puddles. They might not be puddles.
Oh.
Pete,
How many puddles are there?
can see only one where the most recent hole is.
Good, good, good. I'm guessing we're waiting then.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Is that well actually there? Or is it just
Is actually there.
okay? I'll take another stone and do the clove thing of light it and drop it down the well.
Okay,
See how
so
far that goes down.
down from what you can see before you hear the plop of it into water.
Mm-hmm. How far does it go when it's lit?
You lose sight of it.
Even with light cast on it.
Just on it. That well is really deep.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, I guess
One
we'll
last thing.
sleep on the cart.
Can I pull up a bucket of the water and then stupidly stick my baby finger in it?
Yeah, you can.
Is it just water?
It's just water in there. You stick your finger in it, and you can see the farmer sort of stood by his front door going, "What are you checking for? It's water. It comes from the mountains. It's part of the spring."
Is it an underwater spring?
Underground
spring.
spring.
Have you lost any height in the water in the well recently? No.
Not that I've been noticing, no.
Okay. Okay. Just chuck it back down.
I am going to climb myself up this tree here. And I'm going to find a nice little kind of low, low branch, kind of nestle up where it joins against the trunk. Get comfy.
I guess I'm going to just sit beside this tree here and lean against it and meditate.
Gonna sit on this cart and wait for night. The rest of them.
And where are the other two sitting themselves?
Let me look.
I'm just gonna kind of just sit under this tree here, just resting back up against the tree. Start writing in his book. It looks quite deep in thought as he kind of jots notes down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just on the other side of that tree, so I'm facing away from the hole. Just gonna have a nap.
So you've got probably about 2 to 3 hours before nightfall. Does anyone want to do anything before nightfall arrives?
Nap.
I'm just going to be meditating and then I'll stop after an hour and I will just start humming to myself, looking around.
Once it starts to get darker, I'm gonna find a decent place to kind of hide around that area.
Okay, so make me a stealth check then. I think you've got Whisper to DM on, but
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
have, yeah. You want me to re-roll it or we keep that?
Keep it. That's a 22 for anyone that can't see it, which is everyone but me.
Nice.
So,
As
Tim. Jerry has
Everyone,
just
there we go.
disappeared.
Where'd Jerry go?
It's somewhere, I'm sure.
He was talking about going in the hole.
Oh, you think he's gone in?
I think he
That
may have
idiot's
done.
gone down the.
I'll toss a ball bearing out from where I'm hiding.
Right.
It's not
Before
a
it
bad
gets
idea, actually. So as it gets dark, I'd like to take Trouble from where she's curled up, wake her up, and plunk her down on a slightly higher branch from where I'm sat. Right. When shit kicks off, stay here.
Who are you talking to?
Talk to my cat, mate.
Does it talk back?
Nah, but she listens well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, just going to impress on Trouble. Stay up here. Stay outside.
Okay. You'll watch her just sort of spin in a circle a couple of times before settling down on the branch.
That's the idea.
I'm guessing it's coming into evening now.
Yep, it's becoming dark. So, could one of you, I don't mind who, make me a perception check with advantage, please?
Oh, shall I?
after you.
Not my best.
Not bad. So you are all sitting there. Sort of night begins to fall. It starts to get dark. It's probably another sort of half an hour to an hour after night falls. But Clove, you begin to feel a slight rumble in the ground from this general direction over here.
Oh, right in front of me. Battle face on. And I'll get up. And I will cast light on my mace, which I will whip out from my belt. And I will call out, well, whisper to the others loudly, but something's happening.
Gonna turn to Trouble again. Stay.
I'm going to move away from where it's that direction it is in, which is there, isn't it?
Gonna take another deep swig.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna cast light on one of the nearby trees.
Okay. One of the trees is
It
now
dark,
glowing.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going.
Sorry, after you.
Sorry, I'm going to walk forward to about here and hold Witch Bolt as a spell.
We'll want to drag your tokens on to the map and put them where you think you'd be right now.
How to do that?
Where you open your character sheet, instead of clicking it to open it, press and hold and then drag it onto the map.
My token looks. Why is it not circle?
A circle for you. I'll do it once we're done here. Witch Bolt. Is anyone else doing anything else?
I am going to hold. I'm going to. No, wait. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
Well,
Just being alert.
Okay.
I'm going to try and angle it so it doesn't hit Clove. So I'll move 5 feet this way and kind of aim that way if anything appears within that area.
Jerry's got his cane at the ready.
You wait 1 minute. The rumblings start. You all start to feel it after a while.
Take a deep swig.
Okay, and then after about probably 5 minutes and the rumbling getting stronger and stronger and stronger, you see from the ground.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Wow.
The fuck
Lovely.
is that?
So you were holding
will-
Witch Bolt, so if you want to get the Witch Bolt off,
Okay, it's a +6 to hit. So oh, it should be on the sheet anyway. Spells. Witch bolt. Oh, for God's sake! Natural one.
actually you completely miss. You're so surprised by how big this thing is. You just completely whiff and it goes off in a completely random direction. But it does see you casting and it does see you there. It obviously sees the bright light on the trees and the light glowing from Clove's staff mace. So if you would all give me a second. If you would all like to roll initiative, please.
Oh crap!
Your tokens before you roll it.
I have interest. Which tree was lit up?
Lit up, Dom?
I don't know how to click the thingy, but it was the one next to on the. If you're looking at the map on the left-hand side of the
That one.
one that just flashed up green, yeah, blue,
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, if you've just got the mouse pointer selected, just click and hold, and it'll do a little
Ooh.
ping.
How have you got 0.16 to your initiative?
You can select a thing on your character sheet where it will.
So it's easier
Yeah.
for tie breaks to be sorted.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
if
cool.
you click on the little cogwheel after spells, and then in the top box of the middle column, there should be add Dex tiebreaker to initiative. Not a bad idea. Things to have selected actually.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. Okay. Well, that's my one spell of the day out the way, so that's fun.
Oh no!
Level 1 war.
So Jerry, you're going first. You've seen this thing burst out of the ground, looking like it's wanting to eat a cow, and there's currently no cows, but there is a dude with wings in front of its face.
Alright.
Hi.
So if I dash around here, he's not close enough to get flanking on that, is he?
Right, no.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna hit him anyway. I'm gonna twist the end of my cane, and pull a rapier out of it.
You will get advantage
Um,
anyway because you were hidden. His passive perception was not high enough to notice you from stealth.
Oh, sweet, yeah. Then I'm definitely running up on him out of the tree line and just take a slice out of him with my cane rapier.
Roll to hit. You hit, yep. Okay, so 7
points
damage.
That's gonna be my turn.
It is his turn next. So he is going to look at the dude that tried to eat him, and he is going to bite you, not eat you, witch bolt him, and he is going to bite you.
Yay.
So that is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 6 slashing damage and 1 acid damage.
Okay. Okay. I'm up.
That is his turn. So, Clove, it is your turn.
That was a very nice guiding bolt.
To hit. 15 hits.
10 points radiant damage. And I'm going to use my movement to move to there. Okay,
Is that your turn?
that is my turn.
Okay, because I have this bonus action healing lighter thing that says I can heal a creature I can see within 60 feet. Can I do that to myself or no?
Yourself?
Cool. I will action Eldritch Blast him because he's pissed me off. Brought me down to that low HP. Where is it?
You should have advantage on that as well.
Do I?
Guiding bolt.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I need to display that as an attack. Hold on.
Does this? I don't understand why.
I hate this. It does this to me all the time. Why do you not work? Alright, it's a +6 to hit, so I'll just roll it manually. D20. First one's a 12, second one's a 15.
The 12 doesn't hit, the 15 does.
Okay, and that's how much damage? 1d10. Straight 1d10. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as he cast it, it looks like just a gust of wind has picked up a fuck ton of rose petals, just beating the guy. And as I heal myself, which I can do one creature you can see with 2d6, that resets that as well. 4d6 at once. I just spend 2d6, which is one use of it, to heal myself. 3. Brilliant. Well, at least I'm not on 1 HP anymore.
Ooh.
Yep.
How about it's your
That
turn?
is my turn.
How about your
Okay.
turn?
First of all, I think that's the most unique description of Eldritch Blast I've ever heard. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, seeing Flynn looking badly hurt already, I'm just going to drop down from the tree branch and run up on it here, and try and punch it somewhere squishy, but right around its face. Like try and get in under an armor plate. Now, am I flanking?
You're flanking with Jerry, so you get advantage.
Whoop whoop. So first attack. Oh, I didn't roll with advantage for some bloody reason. So yeah, 14.
14 is exactly what you need to hit.
Oh, lovely. So that's 4 bludgeoning. And then I would like to bonus action, throw another punch. Go for a haymaker
3 definitely hits.
for another 6. And then kind of bouncing back and forth from one foot to another, got fists up. Come on in.
Valfrior. I will learn to pronounce that at some point. It's your turn.
If I go here, does that count as flanking too? Because he's already flanked, or no? Either way, that's where I'm going.
Yep, he's big enough that I'll say you're flanked there as well.
I'm going to hit him with my greatsword. Oh, hello. How do I roll? I just have to type it in.
No, just press the word greatsword where you've rolled, just under the 21, and it will roll damage for you.
Ah, thank you.
Very nice.
And that's it. End of my turn.
Jerry, your turn.
All right, I'm kind of assessing the situation. I'm just gonna hit him again. Same again.
17 hits.
Any points of damage? I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
It is his turn, and he is going to attack the person that did the most damage to him. He sees part of his food sort of looking like he could just kick it and it would die. But the person that's hurting the most is what he's going to be going for next. He will look to Albar. Bite attack on you. So that is an 8 to hit. I don't believe that hits.
That does not hit.
Okay, so that was his turn. So Clove, it is your turn.
I'm going to, seeing Flynn so hurt, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
So that's touch base. So are you going to move up to Flynn?
Oh yeah, it is. So I'll just go around to there and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you very much.
And then I'm just gonna raise my shield and sort of do a beckoning sort of motion, sort of taunt it.
Flynn, it is now your turn.
Getting annoyed, I'll just blast him again. I can't change this to display as an attack, so it's just going to be that again. So
Do you want me, so I know how to do it, do you want me to come into your character sheet and do that for you just now?
yes, please, because there normally is a little cogwheel next to it, but there isn't this time. It's D20 plus 6 to hit anyway. 13.
A 13 misses, I'm afraid, just.
Okay. And no one else got hurt, did they? Or did Albar get hurt?
Albar got hurt, I believe. No, he missed. No one else got hurt.
Great. Yep. That is my turn for bonus actions. Yep.
Very good. Go, so Eldritch Blast should work for you now.
Right. Do you want me to test it quickly, just to... Yeah, perfect.
There we go. Albar, it is your turn.
I'm going to try and punch it again.
For it. Hit. Okay, yep.
6, and then bonus action, going to try and punch him again.
Okay.
Yeah.
An 11 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Swing and a miss.
So, Valfreya, your turn.
Just going to do the same as last time. Great sword hit.
Okay. 22 definitely hits. 6 points of damage. Anything else, or is that your turn?
That is my turn.
You know what's going to happen.
Ooh.
That's right.
Nice.
Damn.
19 there.
Plus 12. So
How do you want to do this?
Me.
Yeah.
just stick the pointy end in and just keep pushing all the way through. Take it out, poke him a few more times, and then wipe the rapier off on the top of him and slip it back in the cane.
You watch Jerry just go sort of slightly crazy for a bit, just stabbing this thing that's in front of you. You watch the sort of it slowly drain out and flop to the floor, half in the hole it's dug and half out. You watch some acid start to pool out of its mouth, and it is dead.
Oh well.
Nicely skewered, my lord.
Well done, sir.
Not bad, not bad.
Glad
No.
you are
Well,
back.
That is one ugly bastard.
what even is it? I just hope there's not more of them.
One of you wants to roll me a nature check. 1 person advantage.
Not me.
Yeah, probably not the ones who have got the -1 intelligence mod.
I'll do it. I've got a +1.
Yeah, I'm very intelligent.
Advantage.
So you've heard of these. You haven't seen any before, but you've heard of them. This is an ankeg. They don't normally run in packs. They normally run by themselves.
Bleh.
Can I
I'll explain that
try
to the group.
while he's explaining that? You said it's like half out of the hole. Can I try and drag it fully out of the hole?
Make me a strength check.
Okay.
I'll give him a
power-
hand with that.
Can help?
Check with advantage.
Would powerful build help me at all with that? I suppose I'm already getting advantage with the with advantage.
Doesn't help you.
Like you have ankegs all of your life. You just drag it out. You literally sort of flip it over your shoulder, and it slams onto the ground next to you.
I just wanted to see how big the bastard was, see how far down it went, you know?
Can I snap off one of its legs or its claws?
Make me a survival check to see if you can find the right place to snap it off.
Okay.
I'll go to Al and say, should we take the head and scare the guards?
I was going to bring the old bloody thing, mate. But the head
Well,
might be
we could do
easier.
You manage to find just the right place where you can snap off one of its claws on the front of its legs.
So I raise my mace and I just go, rah! I've got it. Evident.
Christ.
That could work too. I'll say if you do on its head, then you might want to do that, Val. You've got the bloody big sword.
With pleasure. Can I chop it?
Yep, it takes you a couple of times. It's really, really thick, but you do manage to get through its neck and cut its head off. You jump back slightly as you do it, as some of the acid that was in its throat when it died pulls out onto the floor.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, well, I don't think we've done too badly. Nobody
No,
died.
not too bad.
Not
Good.
yet.
Close.
Oh, I was doing the positive route.
Thank you for healing.
Oh,
Yeah, good thing we've got a cleric in the party.
Oh, well, do it from time to time. Glad I had my battle face on.
Yes, that must have helped.
I should probably go let Mr. Farmer know that we've solved his missing cow problem.
Yeah, that would be close.
Bit of cool trouble down from the tree.
Stretch a little on the branch and sort of slowly jump from branch to branch till she's on the floor, and then she'll make her way over to you.
Come on, scarf time. We're done here.
I'm just going to be like swinging the claw around slightly, like.
He's like a kid with a stick. Like, yeah.
Mm.
I will walk up to the front door of the house.
The front door actually opens, and you see the farmer. Looks like he's just sort of thrown on his dressing gown. I saw what you did, thank you. Is that it? Do you think there's any more? Am I going to lose any more?
These things tend to travel by themselves. Unless it's got a family. No, you should be fine.
If it doesn't have a family, then.
Yep. Let's hope it doesn't. Well, you got your cows, well, what's left of them. You got a dead thing in your garage, or in your garden now, sorry. Use it for fertilizer? I don't know. Yeah, walking away.
I'll find something to do with it, don't worry. Thanks, though. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's alright.
Bye.
Sort of wave you off, and he'll close the door.
Job well done, everyone. Who wants a drink? I'm
Yes.
gonna offer the bottle of rum around.
I will
Oh,
take some of the rum.
I don't.
I will wait till we return to the tavern and have myself a cup of tea. But thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh, not for me.
Just you and me, then, mate.
Yep.
I'll take the bottle of rum back, and then I'm gonna hoist the pancake head up. Well, shall we?
Should we wait to see if there isn't any more, or should we go?
I mean, can do.
I mean, you said it yourself. They don't travel in packs, but I do wonder where it's come from.
There's only been one hole a night, and I haven't seen anything else crawl out of this hole.
It's a fair point.
Would I know where pancakes came from?
Roll me a nature check.
Oh shit.
Thank God it's not me.
Not much better. That's normal. Because I have a guess, but 10.
No, they tend to like to be underground, but other than that, you don't know exactly where they come from.
Oh, lovely.
Well, look at it this way. If any more come back, got another job.
True.
And then they
Okay,
can't
well.
execute you.
Yeah,
Why
that too.
would they execute me?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, that's a terrible thought. They wouldn't do.
Okay, thanks. Should we head off then?
It's. I mean, I'm guessing it's still relatively early in the night.
Yeah, it's you probably reckon it's around about sort of 11, half 11 at night.
Okay. All the reasons probably shut for the day then.
We do
I
have
mean, we
that
could
room
go
at that
to
time.
the inn and then go to the Hall of Reason afterwards.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, might as well.
We've got rooms. We got rooms.
We got rooms.
Okay. Head on back then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add pancake head to my inventory.
As we're ambling back, I'm just going to occasionally look at the stars very quickly, and then keeping my eye out on then back to the following the grape, so I don't lose them.
Keeping an eye on Clove because I know what she's like.
Your way through the very quiet streets now, you get a bit of an odd look from the new guards, not the same guards, different guards at the gate as you're carrying in the giant head and waving around a leg that you've just killed. But they let you in without even a question. A little bit intimidated, to be fair. And are you going back to the inn?
Back
Could
to
swing
that.
through the Hall of Reason, see if it's still open.
Can't hurt.
So you make a slight detour through to the Opal Ward, but the Hall of Reason is most definitely closed. It's not open, it's all not boarded up, but all shut up and the shutters are closed. There's one solitary guard just sat in front of the door. He's got a chair and sort of slightly dozing, but keeping awake and just sort of occasionally closing his eyes to have a look round. But no, it's definitely closed.
Well, we can go back in the morning.
Yeah.
Gonna hold up the pancake head a little bit so that it's looking towards me and put it down. Well, looks like we'll be spending the night together then, mate.
Ooh. Speaking of
Uh.
which, I go up to the guard.
Not the same guard, I will point out.
Shit. Do
Oh,
you
were
know
you
where the
waiting for your
guard?
friend?
Yes. Do you know where the guard who was here earlier is?
He'll give you a sort of half one eye open, sort of just half asleep look and go, in the guard barracks where they sleep at night.
Fine. Fine. And I'll go back to the group.
There. I'm sure you'll find your friend late in the morning.
I better.
You can't rush these things, mate. Take your time.
True. Also strike while the iron's hot and all that.
Fair point.
That's conflicting advice.
I don't know why you'd want to strike iron anyway.
Okay.
To make a sword.
Oh. That is true.
This is a fascinating discussion. Shall we continue it back at the tavern?
Yes, let's.
Excellent stuff. Come on, let's go.
We'll walk back to the Raven's Wing where you have your rooms for the night. You get an odd look from Clinton, who is behind the bar, when you bring in the head and leg of the thing you have killed, of the Ankeg.
no.
And he goes, I'm not even going to ask. As long as you clean it up afterwards, I'm not going to ask. Just don't start fighting in the bar.
No worries, mate. It's already dead.
I would assume so when you've got the head and little lady over there has the leg.
Can I minor illusion the eyes to stare at the bartender as we walk past? Like one of those haunted paintings in a haunted house.
I'm just imagining how the Ankeg head suddenly have these googly eyes that kind of follow the bartender.
Yeah, pretty
Got
much.
that image as well.
I want to do that just to freak him out a little bit.
So you do that, and it does freak him out a little bit. He's like, you know, the head's eyes are moving, right?
No.
Fuck me. Just gonna drop the head. I thought he was dead.
I walk off to my room giggling to myself.
Which room am I again?
Yours is to
Second
the left
one
of
on the
mine.
left, Chloe.
Second one on the left. Okie dokie. Second one on the left.
You have the map if you want to, not the map, the rooms. If you want to pop yourself in your rooms, that's fine. But as you all,
I think I was this one. I'm just gonna dump the Ankeg head. I'm gonna pop down again quickly and just see if I can trouble
Am
the
I this one?
bartender
I
for
can't
a
remember.
little saucer of milk.
yep, he brings one out for you. It takes him like 2 seconds, and a little plate of meat as well, for the cat.
Squire. What do I owe you for it?
On the house, it's scraps that no one else would have eaten, and milk is nothing.
Oh,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
Oh, it smells. I'll poke my head out and go. And I'll look towards Val. Are you coming?
Oh yeah, thanks. I'll just go right in the corner.
I have noticed there is a place to wash.
There is. It's you can see, yeah, the door's open as you go past. Clean water. You think it's just been changed recently, and it looks very warm as well.
I am going to go in.
Okay. So you go and you have a nice scrub in the tub.
And I
Very warm and very clean.
hate water. And I'll come out. And I will just flop onto the bed. And I'll start snoring. It's really gracefully just laid across this bed, like. For the whole night.
As you all settle down for your long rest, for the night's sleep, we will call it there.
Woo.
So, I will turn the stream off, so we will say goodnight to the stream. So, night stream.
Good night,
Nice
stream.
stream.
Night stream.